Hello ratbags, it's Joe Plays Games, welcome to the Access Show. Today we're taking a look at Subnautica, about to release on the PlayStation 4 for the first time and come out of early access on the Xbox One. Subnautica of course launched on PC in January 2018 and now it's time for the console. They've been ported over by Panic Room. The development team behind Subnautica originally were doing the port work themselves, but they finally realised they could probably do a better job by giving it to someone a little bit more experienced with consoles, and that's great stuff. Subnautica is one of the best survival games out there. In fact, I would rate it as one of the best games, period. Come with me as I give you all the information you need to know about Subnautica, what to expect, and is this the game for you to try out before it comes out on release tomorrow. So first things first, how much is it going to be? It's only $29.99 in America, obviously, on the Xbox One and the PS4. Although currently, if you're quick, you can buy it on the Xbox in the game preview program for around $20, I do believe. Subnautica is a single player experience. There is no multiplayer going to be added, there is no co-op options for this game. It is strictly only single player and the devs have no plans to implement any sort of multiplayer into the game. I realise this could be a bit of a deal breaker for some people. A lot of you guys like playing survival games together with friends and family. However, this game really is pretty unique. It is about your story and about your survival through the alien world of Subnautica. Currently on Steam right now, 94% of the people that have bought this game, or at least reviewed it, 80,000 reviews, have said it's very positive. That is an incredible score. Over the last 30 days, 99% of the 7,000 people that have picked it up or give a review for it have also come away and said it is amazing. Truly, this is an exceptional survival game. You won't necessarily be fighting off hundreds of creatures in the initial first half hour, but as you delve deeper, you'll come across lots of dangers. Your story, your mission is to find a way off the planet that you crash landed on. You'll come across an ancient race of aliens and that you have to use that technology to hopefully escape. There's 4 different game modes. You've got normal survival, then you've got freedom, you've got creative and you've got hardcore. In normal survival you have to worry about food and water and it's the real core experience. Freedom mode, you don't have to worry about food and water but you still have to think about oxygen. Creative mode of course means you don't have to worry about food, water or oxygen and you can spawn in whatever you want. And hardcore mode means you only have one life. When you die, that's it, it's game over. You start out in your crash landing pod, but you can quickly build bases and sea vehicles. That's the real thrill of this game, upgrading to certain vehicles that you can explore the deeps and depths. The map is absolutely huge, there's various points of interest to go and explore, and of course all of this is mostly underwater, so it presents a real challenge measuring how much oxygen you've got, whether or not a vehicle can take you into them depths, and of course what creatures you may come up against. I've been pretty critical of the game development on Xbox One in the past as it's taken this long to get it fully functioning to 1.0 status, and in previous months and maybe years gone by at this point, Xbox certainly has had a rough development cycle with many features not working correctly and just the game looking really rough around the edges. But underneath it all I knew there was a fantastic game, and when it hit 1.0 release on PC it really was an absolutely epic game you should definitely try. I can't rate this game enough. You should give it a go if you're a survival fan, give it a go if you're an exploration fan, just try this game out. Since then, they obviously have come on leaps and bounds. It is going to be available for the PlayStation 4. Both versions on the PlayStation Pro and the Xbox X will run at 1440. It's not necessarily going to have bunches of loads of graphical improvements or different options. The game developers and Panic Button stressed that they wanted to get the game stable and running and that it suited better with the console ports that they were going to be on. But it is a definite pretty game. When you get really deeper into the game, exploring some of the more alien-like landscapes under the water, it is truly exceptional. The music track is absolutely banging as well. Unknown Worlds certainly have crafted one of the best games to come out from an indie developer in years. They've sold millions of copies, so I can't think I can say much more to tell you guys to go out and buy this game. But what are you actually going to be doing? I've told you there's lots of locations. Well, there are. You've got the big crashed ship that you need to explore. There's lots of chasms. There's lots of areas. They're all patrolled by different types of creatures. Some of these are dangerous. Not only have you got to contend with running out of food, water and oxygen, but you do come across these giant, massive leviathans. These creatures are absolutely deadly. They will take you out in one hit if you're not careful. You need to make sure you upgrade and you get the right equipment to take these on. And part of the journey is unlocking equipment. You'll be going around scanning for items, trying to find blueprints that will allow you to build and craft whatever type of equipment and utensils that you need. Gameplays wise, there is absolutely hours and hours to be had, at least 30 if you want to complete the story and explore the vast majority of all the locations, and that's doing it absolutely speedily and you know how to play the game completely. It offers real value for money in terms of what you can do, and the base building aspects are pretty cool too. It hasn't maybe got the complete freedom of other games where you can just place certain walls in every single location. Of course, it's separated by the fact you have to build it underwater, but it comes in these pods, and these pods are really good for building. You can put moon pools in, you can put special docking stations. There's all sorts of things you can do to make and adjust your base how you want it to be. I'm going to be showing you every aspect of Subnautica. I'm going to be showing you quick little mini guides on how to craft items, where to find the blueprints and some of the locations that you're going to be exploring deeper into the game. I have yet to complete the game myself. I've only got about 3/4 of the way through. I played it a bunch this week and I've revisited it many times, so I'm really glad to see it finally come to console in a finished state. You can go around collecting fish as well in a way that you have to spawn, or you can breed eggs that you find, and you can have your own sort of little mini aquariums inside your bases, but that's a bit more further advanced, and you can make a variety of vehicles. It really does give itself much more to do than rather than just swim around. But the equipment that you're using for yourself is also really important. You can upgrade your fins, you can upgrade your oxygen tank, and these are the sort of things you'll be doing early game so that you can explore further and further away from your base. There are at least 48 different species of creatures in the game. Some of these carnivorous, some of these herbivores, some of them more defensive that will only attack you if you go too close. Lots of these creatures will give you the resources you need to progress further, or they may just give you a bit of sustenance if you need to eat. Including some of the mini biomes, there are over 20 unique spaces to go and explore, including lava, underground chasms, mountains and desert islands. That desert island, you can go around and explore, gather resources and even build yourself a small little base there. It all forms part of a massive huge world for you to go and explore. Now bear in mind some of this footage is from the game preview version, so it's going to be much improved by the time it comes out. I have confidence in that because Panic Room do some of the best porting in the business. They're the guys behind the Warframe, they're the guys I do believe behind Wolfenstein ports over to the Nintendo Switch, so they know how to get the maximum out of a game onto maybe consoles that sometimes can't always support enough. So I'm showing you footage of some of the vehicles that you're going to be expecting to run around in. There isn't a huge amount of choice in the vehicles. They generally just aid you and get you to certain places that obviously you're not going to be able to go because you need to go deeper, so you need a more submarine vessel style. You've got the Sea Glides, you've got the Cyclops, you've got the Prawn Suit. These are just some of the things you're going to be utilising to get around the map and explore some of these dark and dangerous places. It really brings a new element to it. It's like literally running your own submarine. You've got to think about inertia, you've got to think about go and stop commands, how much you're going to have to utilise, power for it as well, and you can do a hell of a lot as well. You can carry your smaller vehicles inside your main submarine. Only you're trying to get off the planet 4546b. The Aurora that you crashed on really didn't give you much to start from, and going around exploring the areas you'll come across story elements, and that really blends the game together and stops it just being a bit of a grind survival fest. It really helps gel it and it makes you want to explore more and find out what happened to other survivors from the Aurora or any other ships that happen to go past this planet. You don't meet any NPCs, there aren't any actual real NPCs in the game, but it's not hollow like Fallout 76. It really blends well, it gels well with the story, and it's all part of it. There are currently no plans to bring it to the PSVR at the moment. You can play this in virtual reality mode on a PC. As far as I know though, that's not happening. And if you really want to play this on the Switch, although Panic Room are the masters of porting games to the Switch, I don't know if that's going to be announced anytime soon, but it could be something they look to add in the future. For future reference though, they are bringing a standalone DLC coming very soon, and this is going to be hitting PC in an early access model, just like Subnautica did a good few years ago now. The DLC is called Below Zero. Some of the devs on Twitter have expressed that they will be bringing it to console, but they can give no firm concrete dates, as they haven't even announced the date that it hits Steam on early access. But I wouldn't expect it until at least the end of 2019, possibly even 2020 or even later. Nevertheless, Subnautica on its own gives you a real good value for money survival game. You're going to enjoy running around exploring, or swimming around I should say, finding the right resources, which some of them can be pretty hard to get hold of, combining them and finding the blueprints to build better technologies, and hopefully not come across too many of the dangerous creatures under the sea. For Xbox One owners, there's going to be a day one patch that will basically revolutionise the game from the buggy, horrible, underperforming mess that it's been in the game preview version to hopefully something more resembling what it should be on PC. PS4, you will also have a day one patch. I do believe it's around 1.4 GB. It could be a little bigger, it all just depends. For the PlayStation size, I haven't got any firm details of the actual size of the game, but I wouldn't expect it to be anything more than maybe 10 GB in total. Unknown Worlds, and now with the help of Panic Room, really hopefully have crafted the ultimate experience for console owners. I will definitely give you the heads up if I find any real huge discrepancies between the versions and what's available on PC. Of course, lately that is where I've been playing it most, on the PC, and it runs immaculately more or less. There isn't really any problems, and it just is a super game to play. I am putting my money and hoping that they've done the same job with the Panic Room team, and then we're going to get the same experience. If not, I'll give you guys the heads up. So expect lots of guides and tutorials from me. Make sure you're subscribed, make sure you've got notifications on. I'm going to be hitting Subnautica in a big way in the next few days. I am Jade Plays Games. Hit me up with a like, and I'll see you rat bags under the sea.